Hello and welcome to healthyhouseplants.com, where we teach you all about gardening in the great indoors. Today's video is sponsored by our Amazon affiliate link, which you'll see in the description below. You'll also see in the description below links to any videos that I mention in this video. So today I'm starting something new. I'm calling it Plant Stories, and I'm going to do little snippets on how various houseplants came to be, basically, how they were found and that sort of thing. It gives you a little bird's eye view into that and gives you some background on some of your favorite plants and where they came from. So today, as you may have noticed here, I'm going to be talking about pothos. And it is also called devil's ivy, which I don't really like that name because I like I think it's such a pretty plant and it grows so well that I like to call it pothos. Golden pothos. Another name that it's not as commonly used is hunter's rove, because it does tend to rove around when it grows. It's a really good climber and spiller, and you can attach it to trellises, etc. I do talk more about it in my video on pothos and growing them. Like I mentioned today, I'm going to talk about where it came from. So, in a little bit of its background. So, the scientific name of pothos is Epipremnum pinnatum. Aureum is the variety that's generally grown. There are some variegated varieties as well that have come from various forms of the pothos. So it's and in the past, so if you have some old gardening books, in the past, some of the older names for it, because horticulturists, botanists, they change plant names, botanical plant names, and they reclassify things. So some of the older names was Scindapus aureus, Rhaphidophora aurea. You can see the aurea is in there quite a bit. It's an evergreen climber that's from the arum family, so the Araceae family. So it's found from Southeast Asia to the Western Pacific. It grows like crazy in those areas, especially in areas where there's not as much direct sunlight. They're evergreen climbers. They have different forms, as mentioned. It's in many tropical regions. It's grown as a ground cover or a scrambler around trees. So here, though, indoors, you can grow it in baskets. You can have it spilled from a tall cabinet. You can have it spilled from a table. You can train it up a trellis. I know people that will have trained them all the way around their top of their ceiling, where the wall meets the ceiling in that area, put little nails up and train it that way. So it's wonderful. As I mentioned, it's one of the great indoor air cleaners. I mentioned on how to clean your air with houseplants in another one of my videos. So it's also, as mentioned, from Southeast Asia. It can also be found in Queensland, in Australia too. So supposedly, the reports are that it had originated in the Solomon Islands, but it appears to have not been collected in the wild as a horticultural selection. So the horticulturists believe that it was probably, at some point, there probably was a piece that was gathered and then it was grown from there by various horticulturists for indoor growing and for outdoor growing in general in tropical and semi-tropical climates. So that gives you a little background on this lovely, easy to grow plant, which I would definitely encourage you to have as a part of your indoor garden. Thank you for stopping by today. Please leave any comments about any indoor gardening tutorials you'd like to see. Remember to like, comment, and share this video. And if you're a subscriber, please check the bell if you want to be notified when we upload new videos.